In this video, I'm going to teach you how to do what we call a circuit. So this assignment, you're going to have a little bit different. It's going to be more of a worksheet kind of base, but the nice thing about this worksheet is that it is self-checking. So once you get to the end, you should have found your answer to everything. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to do this one. I start in this corner where it says number 1. And I'm gonna solve that problem. So let's see, it looks like I've got a chain rule going on because I've got an inside function. So I've got my u, which is going to be x squared plus 7, and u prime is going to be 2x. Then I'm going to replace my original function. So f of x equals u to the 5th. And then f prime of x equals, so the derivative of the outside would be 5u to the 4th times the derivative of the inside, which is 2x. And then I'm going to replace that. So I get f prime of x equals, see, I could multiply together 5 and 2, which would be 10. I'm going to put that x up in front, and then I'm going to have my u, x squared plus 7 to the 4th power. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to search the worksheet, and I notice right here is that answer. So this problem here becomes number 2. So you should be able to, from there, pick it up. Then the answer to this one becomes number 3, and the answer to that one becomes number 4. So what you're going to turn in for me is, at least in the CAMI part of the assignment, is you need to put the number of whatever it is. And you can either handwrite it or type it. And then you do need to also attach your work, whether you print this out or whether you do it on your own paper, that's fine. There is one problem on here that I noticed that we haven't covered what you have to do. Though you have enough skills to be able to do it, we haven't officially covered it in our notes. So it's this problem right here. So let's do it really quickly together. So I notice my u, and notice that there's a double derivative, right? That's what we call the second derivative. It just means I have to take the derivative another time. So I'm going to start with this. We'll do it together since we haven't taught this yet. So u equals x squared, which means that u prime equals 2x. And then my new function, f of x equals sine of u. I'm going to take the derivative. So f prime equals cosine of u times the derivative of the inside, which is 2x. Then I'm going to clean that up. So f prime of x equals 2x cosine of 2x. All right, now I have to take the derivative of this new thing, and in this new thing, I notice I've created a product rule. So I'm going to have to use my product rule rules. So I know that this is the red, and this is the green, and embedded in the green, I have a chain rule, but guess what? It's the same chain rule I had before, so I'm just going to use my values from before. All right, so f double prime of x equals derivative of the first, which is, the red, which is 2. Keep the green the way it is, so cosine 2x. We use a plus sign. We keep the red the way it was originally, so 2x. And then I'm going to take the derivative of my green one. So my derivative of my green one, let's do that off to the side here. So cosine, and I know I've got to replace the u, is my original f prime of x. All right, so to do my derivative of that, let me go green. To get f double prime of x, I take the derivative of cosine, which is negative sine of u, and I multiply that by the derivative of the inside, which we did earlier on, is 2x. And then we're going to replace, so negative 2x sine of 2x. So I'm going to come back over here. The derivative of my green would be negative 2x sine of 2x. I'm going to do a little bit of simplifying here. So I've got 2 cosine 2x, and then it looks like 2x times negative 2x would be negative 4x squared sine of 2x. And we could see if they have that, we might need to do some factoring. It looks like I could factor a 2 out if I needed to, but hopefully that is somewhere on our circuit as an answer. It's not that one. It looks like, I think I found it. I think it's right here. It's this answer right here. We don't know what number to put in, but we did at least figure out that we have the correct answer to this. So I hope that helps, and I hope this is something a little bit different. You don't necessarily have to be on your computer to do it if you want to print it out. It's also in your notebook. It's if you went and picked up the printed copy, if you look at the end of all the notes, this worksheet is actually there.